Hey everyone, it's Ellie from Fat Boy Fit Man, here to talk to you a little bit about some smarter food choices for you during the day. These are actually items that I eat on a daily basis, on a regular basis I should say. Just going to go right into it. For instance, breakfast. Many of you know that I'm always mentioning oatmeal. I particularly eat the old-fashioned rolled oats by Quaker. I'm not endorsing any products. It can be any brand, be your grocery store brand, whatever you choose. I happen to eat the Quaker. I measure half a cup or a third quarter of a cup, depending on how hungry I am that day, of the dry oatmeal and a cup of water. Stick it in the microwave, cook it for a couple of minutes, whatever the instructions are. Then I add some whey protein to it. This happens to be a vanilla flavored. You can use any flavor, any protein you like. Mix it up, put some fruits in it. I love it with blueberries. You can use strawberries, raspberries, whatever fruit you like, mix it up in there. Many of you have mentioned to me that you don't like the taste of the old-fashioned oatmeal. That's a little too bland for you, etc. Ellie, is it okay to eat the packaged oatmeal? Most packaged oatmeal has a lot of sugar. Quaker brand has one that's called the weight control. This one has reduced sugar, reduced fat. If you can't handle this other oatmeal and you like oatmeal, this is the one I recommend. The other stuff is really full of sugar, so I would stay away from that. Obviously, another staple for breakfast are eggs. I happen to like cage-free brown eggs. You can eat any eggs. I happen to crack the eggs, take out the yolk, do about 5 egg whites and 1 yolk. You can mix it up with all kinds of veggies. You know, do like either an omelet or a scrambled egg. Add grate some little bit of cheese, low-fat cheese, goat cheese, feta cheese, whatever it is that you like. Very important. Many of us have learned in the past to cook with either oil or butter when we make our eggs. Definitely a no-no if we're looking to lose weight. I happen to use spray oil. This happens to be Pam olive oil. Spray a little bit on the pan so it doesn't stick. That's all you need. Stay away from the heavy oils. Stay away from the butter. Coffee. We definitely need coffee in the morning. I definitely need coffee in the morning. Coffee is definitely not fattening. What's fattening is what we put in our coffee, usually whole milk, stuff like that. I particularly like my coffee really light, so instead of using milk or even low-fat milk or skim milk, which I don't enjoy, I use the fat-free Coffee Mate. Again, if you enjoy just a little bit of milk, continue doing that. Some people use rice milk or almond milk. That's great. For me, I happen to love the very creaminess of a coffee being really creamy, very light. So I happen to use a little bit more than the normal person of the Coffee Mate. If you're like me, this is what I suggest in order to keep the calories and the fat content low. We talk about carbohydrates. People say, oh, can I eat carbs? Absolutely. We need carbs, but it's the right carbs. Not all carbs are created equal. The main carbs that most people eat are rice and breads. Rice. Keep it to brown rice. Brown rice, when you buy it raw in a regular bag, in a bag and you have to boil it, probably takes about a good 45 minutes to cook. You got to kind of learn how to do it. I'm not great at it, so I end up buying either Uncle Ben's. This happens to be Success brand. It's 10-minute boil in a bag brown rice. Excellent. You throw it in a pot of water, you boil it, you're done. 10 minutes, it's finished. Breads. My absolute favorite bread. It's a little expensive, but it's absolutely top of the line in whole grain bread is the Ezekiel bread. Ezekiel bread is in the frozers section. It's not in the bread section. It comes frozen. Absolutely very nutritious bread, 100% whole grain. If you're not going for the more expensive kind of health food bread, I would suggest then the 100% whole wheat. This is Arnold's brand, but anything that's really 100% whole wheat. Can't just say whole wheat or whole grain. Kind of read the ingredients and make sure that the first ingredient is whole wheat flour. Very, very important. What do we put on our bread? I love peanut butter. This happens to be Smucker's. It's my kids. I like a more natural peanut butter. Use it very little. 2 tablespoons is 1 serving. It's actually enough to put on 2 slices of bread. Very high in fat, good fats, but don't be mistaken. You can definitely gain some weight if you go overboard on the peanut butter. But it's definitely a great nutritious food to use on bread. Or my famous rice cakes. This is a go-to for me when I want to snack on something. Again, Quaker, and I don't work for Quaker. I don't endorse them in any way, but they actually make a decent product for these things. The rice cakes. Again, it's not something to eat every day or all the time, but it's a go-to snack. Absolutely very satisfying. It's crunchy. They have many different flavors. This happens to be the chocolate crunch, and this is what I go to when I have that sweet tooth. They have just regular salted or lightly salted or unsalted. It's delicious with some peanut butter on it as a snack or even as a small meal. Many of us that are on a weight loss journey eat a lot of salads, eat a lot of stuff with vegetables and salads and cut up stuff. The problem is the dressing. I have found a dressing that is absolutely delicious, and it is very low in fat for dressing, low in sugar, and even low in carbs. This is called Bolthouse Farms, and it's yogurt dressing. They have delicious flavors. This one happens to be honey mustard. It's 45 calories per serving. The serving is, like any other dressing, 2 tablespoons and 1.5 grams of fat. Almost impossible to find something like this in other dressings that taste good. There's other dressings that are fat-free or low-fat or low calorie, but not very good tasting. This happens to be delicious, all of the flavors. I think they have a salsa ranch also. Go check it out. Anyway, that's it for now. I hope that these tips have helped you out and that you reach out to me on my Facebook page, Ali Sapharti Fat Boy Fitman, or on my website, www.fatboyfitman.com, and let me know if you've tried any of this stuff and how you like them. Thanks. See you soon.